Hey. Welcome, everybody. Welcome back to the Fear Hive 1155 podcast, season 2, episode 14. Oh, man. I am Dom. This is Steven, and this is Mr. Disney Man over here. Disney Man. Or aka known as JJ.
The one and
What's going
only.
on, guys?
What's going on, man?
Nothing much.
Another day in paradise.
Much. Tariffs!
You mean at home? You were just in paradise.
Right.
For some.
Was this the job that you don't get paid for?
Absolutely. 100%.
Actually, I beg to differ. I think you get paid, just not in cash money.
Yes, smiles and hugs. Yeah.
Okay. We both know that smiles and hugs is just the beginning of that equation. In case you didn't know, we're going to do a lot of laughing tonight, guys.
Oh, man.
A lot of laughing.
It's been a minute. It's been out for 2 weeks.
Jason, how's it been going, man? Talk to us. What's up?
Man. Where to begin? Okay, first week out, the job had me working like a runaway slave that got caught.
That's a lot. There's a lot going into that one. But
straight up, I did 68 hours in 1 week.
68. That's a lot.
That's in 1 week. Yeah.
That is literally slave labor.
So your boy was tired.
There are more hours to work in a week, but 6 days is a whole lot, bro. It's a whole lot.
In 1 week? In 5 days? Yes.
Oh, yeah, that's a lot.
That's
5 days?
That was 5 days.
Yeah, not a business week.
Yeah, no, that is.
That was Monday through Friday. That was
8 hours. I can't even do the math on that one. It's 12 plus.
It's a few
hours.
16s.
It's 12 hours a day. Or about 12 hours a day.
No, yeah, that's.
There was a 16 in there too.
16. Yeah.
There was 16 in there.
14 hours a day. That's what it is.
Yeah.
So.
Which, strangely enough, I had to do yesterday. Yeah. Your boy is tired right now.
I'm about to say 8 hour shift to you is like, nah.
Hey, you're right.
No, I had to do a 12 yesterday.
I'm pretty sure when the
first day back to work.
When those checks come in, you be like, you know what? All right.
It ain't gonna matter. Most of it go to taxes, and now the other parts be paying tariff now. So you know,
real talk. I don't know why you don't change your tax designation. As much overtime as you work.
You mean change the tax bracket?
No. You can change your W-2. Okay. All right. You want to know the hustle?
I feel like this is an off-air conversation. And
it's all very legal. It's all very legal. When I was working at Sonic and I knew I was going to get a bonus.
Mm-hmm.
Well, let me not say Sonic. When I was working at my previous employer and I knew I was going to get a bonus, I would change my tax designation so that I wouldn't get hit with 40%.
Mm-hmm.
Right? Then I would change it back like 2 weeks later, right? Or if I knew I was going to have a bonus heavy year, I'd change my taxes to exempt, but then have them take out a certain amount out of every check, right? So let's say, for instance, my check was, let's throw imaginary numbers out there. If my check is $10,000 a month, right? And half of that is bonus.
Not imaginary. Excuse me.
Very much imaginary. What I would do is I'd have them take out, $1,500 a month, right?
To counteract the difference.
Exactly. Yeah. Every single month, right? Because I knew because of the amount of kids that I have, at the end of the year, I'd even it out, right? $10,000 a month. I mean, $1,500 a month times 12 is what? $18,000, right? Right. Instead of getting $3,000 back, I'm flat.
You break even.
Yeah, that way I don't pay 40% on my bonus money, and I have it all up front.
Right.
There are ways to do it so that they don't kill you on the bonus, but you have to be diligent about it with your taxes, or else you're gonna owe at the end of the year, right?
Absolutely.
I'm coming to learn the more money you make, the higher the likelihood of you owing at the end of the year, unless you have offsetting taxes or credits or something like that, or
Right.
losses.
I used to do that with my previous employer.
Yeah.
And,
You work so much overtime. You might want to consider it, bro.
Employer does not allow that many changes to your W-2.
Oh,
So you can only change it twice or thrice per year.
nice. Yeah.
Yeah. So
Sorry,
yeah,
buddy.
it's all right. So you know what? It's all good. It's all good. It's all
Hey,
good.
yeah.
It's all good. It's gonna work out.
Yeah. Well, you can get the money back at the end. So, well, you might not get the money back at the end, but I would. Go ahead. What was you saying?
Thanks.
Right.
Yeah, that was week 1. Week 2, obviously, myself and the family were in Disney, in the land of the mouse, and it was a trip. It was a trip.
Really? What was
Yes, it
so
was.
trippy about it?
Um, hmm, hmm. Let me quickly run through the itinerary with you.
Mm.
The wife did make a lovely itinerary for the whole trip.
Nice.
Yeah, go ahead, Stephen. Let it out. Let it out. Let it out,
You
brother.
on papyrus too?
No. I love her attention to detail.
She's very much attention to detail.
I believe that's the reason why JK3000 Travel is so successful.
Love the plug.
Dang it. You guys didn't give me the website so I can put it as a banner. It'd be great.
I will get that to you. My apologies.
Well, hold on. Let's take a moment. All right.
Mm-hmm.
We thank the audience for being here. We thank Carolina Storm for being here. We thank everybody that's watching. Make sure to, say hello to us in the comments so we know that you're there, so we can interact with you. But also, we picked up sponsors. Okay. We've got JK3000 Travel.
Absolutely.
So we have all the information next week.
Yes.
We've got 9 Dime Media. We'll have that information next week. And we've got one more. Hold on, I got it right here. It is First Fruits Health and Wellness. Like we getting sponsors, people. We getting sponsors, right? We're gonna have the information. I got the logo package. I just haven't sent it to Dominique to get it up. But like we got people sponsoring us. That's why when I said JK3000 Travel, I'm waiting on. They about to send me a quote for this family vacation that I'm trying to go on. And it's gonna be cool. It's gonna be. I can't wait. Now, back to Disney.
So yes, we arrived Saturday. Left at 1:30 Saturday morning after working 68 hours a week. Fun drive. Yeah, fun drive. Made that drive off for 2 hours of sleep.
You better than me,
bro.
Yeah, family.
I wouldn't even drive that after 10 hours of sleep.
So from Durham to Orlando is.
That's right. You're in Durham. I'm sorry. It's only what 12 hours, 9 hours.
No, 8.5. Well, 8.
Well, 8 to Jackson.
No. Per GPS is usually 8 hours and 43 minutes.
Okay, so
per GPS. Obviously,
your GPS.
Waze.
Your Waze.
No, the little blue app, the little blue ghost thing on.
But your Waze calculates how fast you generally drive, and they give you an estimate. You know that, right?
Anyway, so we left. Made it right down the road to Sheets, which is literally less than a minute from my house. Had to make a U-turn because I forgot 2 important things.
Your wallet.
Correct. And
your ID or computer or the tickets.
No. Come on.
The suspense is killing us. What? Oh.
Yes.
Go on.
Okay.
Go on.
Okay.
Yeah.
Gotcha. Okay.
Yes. Can't travel without either one.
You're right.
Definitely not to Florida without it.
Thank you. So yeah, got there. We met up with my father-in-law and brother-in-law in Florence at Buc-ee's. Which, by the way, scrambled egg brisket taco for breakfast. Phenomenal.
Yes, it
phenomenal.
is. You're welcome, sirs. You're welcome.
After which, I let my son drive. Actually,
Mm.
he needed some out. Yes, he needed some. He turned 18 this past Friday.
All right. Congrats.
God,
Wait, hold on.
dog.
Where is it?
Yeah,
Oh,
there you go. Yep, my boy's a
are we
man.
that old?
He is 18.
Oh
He
my
is
gosh.
18 years old. And he just needed a few more hours on his night driving, so when he goes to DMV, he can get his full license. So
That's
he
dope.
knocked that out. He drove for 2 hours, 2.5 hours actually.
Word? That's good.
It,
That's real
he
good.
did so well, I fell asleep.
Oh my.
I thought
Yeah,
you was
that's
gambling.
trust.
That's trust. That's
I
trust.
wasn't just gambling more. God, no.
Can't mess
Like,
up on the highway. You're going straight. So,
Yeah, okay. Oh, okay. But
I
um,
mean, once you get to 95, it's like, hopefully you can't mess this up too much.
what got me was apparently we hit Georgia, and
Mhm.
GSP was out there heavy.
Mm-hmm.
When I say heavy, they were out there heavy,
Mm-hmm.
and my radar was going off left and right. So that woke me up.
Mm.
At which point we need to switch.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
Yeah,
yeah.
we need to switch.
We don't need no problems.
Correct. Correct. Made the switch, and afterwards, out of Georgia into Florida, I took the lead on that one. Time to move.
Yeah.
Time to
Yeah.
move. We doing 95 on the 95.
Hey, when he says 95 on the 95, that's figuratively speaking for driving with a goal in mind.
Yes.
Oh, it's already said and done. There's no proof of me going that speed. So, one may have hit triple digits in the bourbon. Um, young
This
Pegasus
man,
was moving.
this man, yo, we're on the internet, bro. You are allocuting in front of everybody, please.
There's no proof. There's no proof. It's hearsay.
I,
It's hearsay.
hey, it's all good. Hey, I trust you. I trust you.
It's hearsay.
I trust
Trust. I've been down this road. It's
you.
hearsay.
Hold on.
He said, I've been in court enough. I know.
It's hearsay. Anyway, all in all, got
Thank you, Dominique. Thank you. Thank you. I appreciate that. Appreciate that.
all in
Matter of fact,
all,
you just let that run for a while.
right.
Yeah,
Until I
because
finished. Got there in great time. We actually got
Metro.
there right at 9:45 to 10. Factor in bathroom stops and everything. 1:30.
2:10.
Let's go on back. Got on
Quarter to
7 at
10.
2 on the dot, pretty
9:45.
much.
That's 8 hours and 15 minutes. And GPS said 9 hours, and there were 2 stops. Go on. I'm just.
I don't know. Mine
doing
says
the
I can get there at 8 hours and 13 minutes too.
Everybody
Yeah,
knows
Charlotte.
you can't get. Everybody knows that you can't get there in 8 hours 13 minutes because you have to charge your Tesla twice. Go
Once.
on, Jason.
I only have to charge once.
Go on, Jason. Go ahead. I'm sorry. I apologize.
Oh,
That was a cough. That was a cough.
oh man. Mm, 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 mm. Speaking of which, gas in Florida is expensive.
Yes.
Like almost $4 expensive.
That's because they have no income tax. They have extra
For
money.
regular.
What else for regular?
Regular. Almost 4. I paid $3.89 a gallon.
Man, I just put some gas in my car for $2.50 a gallon on regular.
Moving along.
Extra.
Let me speed up this recap on Disney. So Saturday when we arrived, as being a Disney member or whatever it is, we got to go to Blizzard Beach for free, which I thought was just like a small water park.
Mhm.
No, it's a full Disney water park.
Yeah.
Did not know this. I'm thinking I could just go sit down, let them splash in the pool for a little bit. I could doze off. No, no, sir. No, sir. It is a full park.
Mm.
So after all that drive with no sleep,
You was walking through the park.
we're in the park. We're in the park.
Mm.
My behind found a lazy river. The lazy river at Blizzard Beach is almost a mile and a half long. Goes
That's
around the
cool.
whole outside of the park.
That's
my
pretty
God.
cool.
As the audience will know, I'm a hefty gentleman. Um, Not too big, but I'm a good size. I'm strong, man. Um,
Yeah, stupid.
so there's little donuts that people usually sit in. Not really built for a hefty gentleman.
Don't worry about it. I know exactly what you're talking about.
They catered for that. There is a flotation recliner going around. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Oh my G.
And I found one.
You was knocked out on the lazy river, weren't you?
Yo, right hand to God, I fell asleep in the lazy river to the point the lifeguards woke me up. I was like, "Sir, are you okay?" I was like, "Yeah, I'm good.
Is you
I'm
still
just, I'm
alive?
gonna just, I'm gonna just go back around." I was thinking I'm done. Sir, you've gone around 6 times already.
So?
Wait a minute. A mile and a half times 6. That's 9 miles at roughly 20 miles an hour. You was on that joke for 2 hours, dude. What are you doing?
I didn't know there was a limit. My bad.
I was knocked out.
You should have been.
She's like, we were talking about you in our headsets this whole time. You were snoring the whole way. The whole way. Yes.
Now that's uncalled for.
That's Blizzard Beach. That whole outside is the lazy river.
Jesus
Bro.
Christ.
Bro.
Knocked out.
Bro. That was some good sleep too, wasn't it?
Bro. Yo.
The best sleep ever.
Felt like a baby.
I got a new plan to make it to Disney. I'm going to Blizzard Beach. I'm taking me a nap.
Yo.
Hey, but you got to be a member and you got to be able to get in with the, with the jump. So
no. You can. I mean, normal people can go into the park. It's just on your first day of arrival, you get it for free. If you know, you know. And if you don't know, you can contact JK3000 Travel, and we'll let you in the know.
Booyah! See, booyah! Y'all gonna learn something today.
And this looks fun though.
Yo, it is fun. It is fun.
This looks real fun.
It is very fun. There's a whole bunch of huge slides, rafts, the drinks. Oh my god, the drinks. If you partake of the spiritual beverages, the drinks,
libations.
That fire water. The drinks are very good, very very good. They have everything from straight strong to fruity. But yes, that was Saturday. Sunday was Universal Studios and Islands of Adventure. Monday was Animal Kingdom with a wonderful breakfast that my wife and sister-in-law put on at Rainforest Cafe. I'm actually gonna send you guys the pictures off the live.
Yeah.
Tuesday was Hollywood Studios. Wednesday was Magic Kingdom. Thursday was Epcot, where we did the Drinking Around the World Fest. Yes, Steve. Park a day. Park a day.
Man, one of these days when I grow up. One of these days when I grow up.
Now, Friday was a free day. Friday was a free day where you can go to Disney Springs, go downtown, go explore.
Okay.
I elected to go have some traditional Trini food on my own. My wife and my father-in-law, they went and resort hopped, meaning you could take the bus, you could take the sky train, the sky tram, the monorail, and the boats to different resorts. And as long as you have your wristband and you stay on resort, you can get into every one of them, access all their amenities and food.
That's cool.
Oh, that's dope.
Yes. So they went and did that. Father-daughter time, which was, respected.
Yeah.
My kids, my boys, they enjoyed themselves to the fullest. Disney, once you stay on the park, they have buses that run up until 1 or 2 a.m. to different spots. Disney Springs, for those who don't know, is near downtown Orlando. So once you get to Disney Springs, you can venture off and go into downtown Orlando, which is what they did. Somehow the other got entered into a bowling tournament. And they went every night. Every night. Make connections. My girls, everything on your wristband also controls your meals. All they gotta do is tap, they get food. They were on their own. So after dinner, Everybody just kind of dispersed
and
did their own thing.
Wow.
Yeah,
that's pretty cool.
and once again, everything is still within Disney compound.
Yeah.
Outside of Disney Springs, but security is so tight that you can actually let your kids just venture off. I know it seems strange, but you'd be amazed how many little kids you just see walking around like past midnight. I kid you not. I kid you not. You see a random 10-year-old just walking around the resort. One I saw at 2 a.m.
It reminds me of that Dave Chappelle skit, like, "Hey, baby, what you doing out here?
Baby, I can't feed."
There was a baby out on the corner.
I mean, I didn't know whether to ask if he needed help or what, but no, he walked over to the food court area, which doesn't close, and tapped his band to get some soda.
That man was thirsty.
That is an interesting technology. When we went to Great Wolf Lodge with my son, they had that where you have to, like, on the cup, there's a QR code that you have to scan.
Yes.
And it allows you to get whatever you want, but it measures how much you get. And I was just like, wow, where have we gone?
Yeah. So Disney does the exact same thing. You have your cup, RFIDs at the bottom. Once it touches the scanner, you can get whatever you want.
Yep.
Whatever you want. Unlimited soda, unlimited coffee, sweet tea, anything. Except for the hard stuff. That, you know.
Well, you've lost me.
But all in all, everybody had a great time. A lot of memories were made, especially with the group our size. A lot of memories were made.
How many people went with y'all?
55, I think.
Oh my God!
I'm sorry.
It's a family reunion.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Wow.
Yeah, and everybody showed up. Everybody who said was coming showed up.
Well, that's pretty cool.
That's what's up.
Yeah. So it was a lot of fun. A lot of fun. And again, as a big guy, my wife actually put me on to a YouTube gentleman who's also a big guy. He actually went ahead and did a survey or a test of what rides larger people can and cannot get on. Universal is not plus size friendly.
No, it is not.
The Universal is not plus size friendly. Disney is.
Makes sense.
Very much so. There was only one ride I could not. I'm sorry, 2 rides I could not get on. And the first one was Avatar: Flight of Passage.
Okay, that's one like you gotta get on the bikes or something, right?
Similar to that. No, Tron is the same. Tron is amazing. Tron is amazing. I can't speak so much. Tron is amazing. Tron is the same thing with the bikes, but Tron caters for big size people, and then the back there's chariot seating.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Yes, and it's like felt like I was sitting in my Suburban. It was roomy. Very roomy.
Maybe one day I'll go to Disney.
Yeah, come on, man. Come on. Take the family for Christmas.
If I take the family for Christmas, that's all we're doing.
I mean, yeah.
We go to Disney. Ain't gonna be no gifts. Hey, Daddy, where my gift at? On your wrist. Scan it.
We're here. Happy birthday, man.
You know what though? The first time we took our kids to Disney for Christmas, that's exactly what we explained to them. You can either get Christmas gifts or we can go to Disney, and they all elected for Disney. I mean, we still got them like little small stuff, you know, just to have something to open. But they all understood we're here.
Oh yeah, I you know what? I'd buy them boxes too, and I'd put their wristbands in the boxes, just in case we were unclear about what's going on here.
Right. But no, like I said, everybody had a great time. A lot of memories were made. Seeing the smiles on the kids' faces, even the older folks, seeing them smile like they were kids again. It brought a lot of joy. I know to my wife, especially to me, it brought a lot of joy seeing them act like kids again. And we're talking about, you know, some in their 70s acting like they were 5 years old.
Now, was it just like your wife's family, or was it your family? Or was it both?
I mean, I guess my wife's family is my family, so.
Yeah, but I mean the sides, right? Like I claim my wife's family too. But I'm just saying, like I know if we went to Disney, my family would be like, I don't know if I'm going to Disney.
That's my family. That's my side. Yeah, no, we're not doing Disney. But on my wife's side.
It's dope, man. That's dope. Good clarification too.
Yeah.
Money in the bank.
One thing, small sidebar. One thing I don't like is when family you organize like a trip or something, and when you get there, certain parts of the family like, yeah, I'm just gonna sit in the room. It's like, why'd you even come?
We didn't have any of that.
That's good.
At all. Everybody was out and about.
That's good.
Everybody was out and about. But again, if we go to Disney, we're going to Epcot. We're doing the Drink Around the World Challenge.
Sounds like a plan to me.
You're renting scooters, and we're doing Drinking Around the World Challenge.
Also, we're drinking and driving?
Nice. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I was legally drunk driving. I was swerving.
Things you can't do anywhere else in the country.
But Disney.
Right. But Disney. Let your kids go out at 2:00 in the morning and drink and drive.
Yep.
Yes.
That's pretty cool.
Yes.
Pretty cool. So when y'all going back?
They're already planning on something already.
Usually that's the way it happens, especially with Disney, from what I understand.
Yeah, you are prepared to, set your reservation again while you're there for the best deals.
Yeah. From what I overheard, this is going to be a yearly thing.
Oh, that's cool.
And well, except for next year, because next year, obviously, we know we have the vow renewal on the Disney cruise ship.
Yeah.
So that's going to be different.
You got to send that information. You got to send that information too, bro, because next year is going to be a packed year. Like,
I'm just trying to start paying on that stuff.
Bro, my parents just told me we having a 50th anniversary thingy thing.
Oh, nice.
I shouldn't have said that. My mom's not watching though. I could tell she ain't in here. So, and I was like, oh, okay. So that's another thing that's happening next year. Nice. It's another thing. It's so.
But yeah, definitely. I actually talked to the wife before we started the podcast today, and she said that the invites or save the date was going out next month.
Okie dokie.
April, May, yes.
That's nice. I just need the amounts, homeboy. The invite. That's a foregone conclusion. I need them dollar signs. I need to way my bank account set up. Savings.
It is a Disney cruise. Going on the Wish, I think is the name of the ship.
Oh, okay.
That could be your Disney trip for the family next year.
True. Very true.
My right eye's twitching.
I see it.
Boy, I said for the family. I thought it was just gonna be the two of us.
Family
times 5.
My family's been trying to go on a Disney cruise, and I won't pay for it. But if it's for a good cause, I will.
Steve, you're a family of 5. Dom, you're a family of 5 as well.
6.
Okay, I'm a family of 8.
Yeah, but
7.
You're rich.
7.
But you're rich.
Let's put it this way:
you're rich in spirit.
You're willing to work 12 hours a day. I'm not.
Shall we pull out? Shall we pull out Exhibit A? Shall we pull out Exhibit A?
I'm under duress, not by choice.
Okay. Oh, okay. The rest would be working 16 hours and only paying you for 12.
Yeah, that's pretty much after taxes.
Oh God. Well, yeah, you got a point there. You do have a point. Touche. I'm going to move on. You have a point.
Right.
Oh my gosh.
But yeah, enough about me. How about you guys? I haven't
Dude,
seen you guys in a minute.
Nothing compared to you.
I mean, I want to know how that game went last week, Dom, because we're all invested in your basketball exploits.
Yes.
Yeah, we lost.
Go Florida.
Yeah, we lost. But we started to make a great comeback. We didn't lose. You know what? We didn't lose. There just wasn't enough time on the clock.
That's what people that lost say when they lost. I've said it before. That's how I know.
Just one enough time on the clock. That's all.
This game had been 2 minutes longer. We would have lost by 4 points instead of what we lost by.
Oh, the week before we lost by like 50. This was one of those rare games in basketball where the other team was shooting like 75 to like 80% from the 3-point line.
I have a question. How many people got tapped in the man region?
Oh man, you don't do that. Nah, man.
What do you mean? Why don't you?
No.
Bro, if you're up by 30 and you keep shooting like the game is tied, I'm sorry, somebody's getting tapped on the 3-point. You're gonna get 3 shots, but you're not gonna want to take them.
Nah, man. Yeah, it was crazy. Like we were just sitting there and it was like, I told the guys, I was like, man, ain't nothing
I don't ever think I've lost by 50.
Yeah, I was like, man, ain't nothing they can do. They were on. They missed like maybe 7 shots the entire night. The entire game. Everything else was, and then on top of that, the refs were doing this thing where we would, of course, in playing defensive stance, somebody would drive on you, they would bump you, and then you see the ball go up, and then it would touch the rim, and then as soon as it would like either teeter in and out, then they would blow the whistle. And you're like, time out, what? You call that, you waited to see whether it was going in or not. That's not how it works.
Bro. 50 points?
Yeah, man.
Nah.
It is what it is.
Nah. No. You're a good one.
Great cardio, though. Very good cardio.
I started to say something. I'm not going to say what I was going to say. I'm not going to say what I was going to say.
Thank you. I was right there with you.
Yeah, it was great cardio.
Oh my God.
We just we put that out of our heads and just moved on.
I mean, it ain't like you had any other choice. You're not gonna sit with that.
Yeah, no. I was like, oh, well, hey, it happened. All right.
Sometimes
next.
You play a better team. I mean, hey, they were just on tonight. No, thank you, sir. They would have remembered my name that night. Nope. No, sir. I got 5 fouls to give too. Nah, bro.
Yeah, I had like 4 by the end of the game, so for me, it wasn't for lack of trying.
What were y'all down by at the half?
Like 20.
Okay, that's not.
Well, no. That's even worse. So you were down by 20. Y'all went into the half. Then y'all got outscored in the other half by 30.
2 things. They couldn't miss, and the refs, they had the refs on their side that night. Everything they put up, and we would sneeze on them. Foul.
Just, hey, if you knew you was gonna get a foul, why didn't you just foul him for real then? Yo, I'm not lying to you. If I'd have been coaching, I'd be like, hey man, next 3-pointer they shoot, take him out.
Take him out.
No, seriously.
Dom.
We down by 30.
Sweep the leg.
Thank you.
How they're tackling you.
Sweep the leg.
Thank you. Hey, and I literally would have swept the leg. He'd have shot, I'd have got down and said, pow.
Oh man.
Oh God. I'm sorry to hear that, Dominique. That sounds like an amazing experience of learning and character building.
You know what though? Y'all went out there and tried. Y'all gave it 110%.
And clearly they gave it 1,010%. All right. I'd have fouled out. Matter of fact, as soon as they hit 35, I'd have fouled out. I'd have been telling the story, hey man, I fouled out. We was only down by 35.
At some point, mercy rule.
I'm wondering, why didn't they stop the game?
I mean, it's already running clock.
Okay.
Yeah, it got down to like 2 minutes, and then it got down to 3 minutes, and they just called it. I'm like, well, I mean, you could have did that.
Whoa, wait a minute.
8 minutes ago, but whatever.
Go ahead, Jason. Go ahead.
No. So wait now. I'm trying to stay in America right now. But let me understand this. Then I wait until 2 minutes left, and then call Mercy.
Mm-hmm.
I'd have been so mad. Give me all the 2 minutes.
Call it like maybe
right. I'm like, yeah, because the rest started taking off his shirt, and he blew the whistle. Was like, all right, I'm like
taking off his shirt.
Like, yo, we been down. Y'all ain't say nothing. Like, who cares at this point?
I don't even need to be here no more.
Like,
that's need a rep. Y'all need a coach.
The clock's running.
They said it's not running fast enough.
I'm like, yeah. I'm like, as much as we were down, you could have called this at about 10 minutes.
Oh my God.
The ref said, y'all don't need a ref, y'all need a coach.
Now, for real, the problem with this, the problem with this team is the fact that this is our first year all playing together, and we're also not the biggest team at all. Mm-hmm. And it's just I just wanted to play. That's why I'm
working out the kinks.
Yeah, I just wanted to play for sure.
Right. What Dominique is not telling y'all is he just happened to be going up against a team that was comprised of the 2018 Warriors. That makes
right.
all the sense in all the sense in the world. 2018 Warriors, the ones that went 73-9. He just happened to be playing them last Wednesday night. That's the reason why he lost by 15. That's completely understandable. Oh man. Whew. That's hey. Who y'all got this week? The Bulls?
No. The team's name is the Little Baby Donkeys.
Pause. Hey.
Wait a minute.
Yeah.
We were waiting 2 weeks for the flag throw. Oh my gosh. You going up against the Shreks next week? Okay.
Practically.
Right. Oh my gosh.
Like we're the newest team in the league too. So like all the other teams they've played like since that rec center started.
Are y'all gonna get are y'all gonna get relegated?
I don't know. Don't even know.
Sherelle came in just in time.
She heard down by 50. Yes. Say what now is appropriate.
Mm-hmm. Oh my goodness.
Oh
my goodness.
Wow. All right.
Little baby donkeys. All right.
Mm-hmm. Hey man, y'all better beat them donkeys, y'all. Pause. Jason, why? Why are you like this? Why are you like this? Why are you like this? Oh gosh. Oh, I'm sweating now. It's hot in here.
Jesus Christ.
It's hot in here.
Oh, y'all gonna need him on the court too.
Okay.
Yeah.
We're not laughing at you, okay? We're not laughing at you.
Hey man, I got one last question. How many points did y'all score in that game?
I would score 50. Like 58.
Okay. That's good. He about to do the math.
Are you telling me the final score was 108 to 50?
It's like 103 to 50, about 58.
Them refs did y'all dirty.
You're right. They did us dirty.
Hey Jason, they was hitting fours, not threes. They was hitting fours. They was hitting 4-point shots. That's what it was. Oh gosh. I have no idea where she is in the podcast, but God, dog. All right. Since we're laughing, hey man, have you ever heard of somebody paying child support all up front?
Dude, that dude, Ant-Man, he deserves a commendation. for that
started the thing
for that specific move. Now, neglecting your kid, that's a whole different story. But paying your child support up front, I'm okay with that, especially if you have the means.
For those that don't know the story, Anthony Edwards, star shooting guard for the Minnesota Timberwolves, got a 39-year-old woman pregnant. He got her pregnant. She had the baby. Went to court. Tried to have it in California. Ended up happening in Georgia. Went to court. Anthony Edwards went to court and was like, "Hey, Your Honor, it's going to be child support, right?" "Yes, sir, it is. I want to pay it right now. How much of it would you like to pay?" "All of it." All 216 payments. He paid it up front. Now, the backstory, from what I understand, is that he didn't want her to have the baby. He gave her $100,000 to unalive the baby before the baby was born, and she chose not to do it anyway. So he doesn't want anything to do with her at all. But when he went to court, he was like, "I don't want anything to do with her. I don't want any parental rights. I don't want visitation. $5,000 per month child support. Here's a check for $1.1 million."
Honestly, $5K a month, he was getting off real cheap.
Well, okay, so the thing that people, or I don't think, well, I have to read more into it because I don't know what the judge's ruling on it was. Normally speaking, child support gets reevaluated every couple of years, right? Mm-hmm. So in theory, he could have to come back and pay some more. Pardon me, if the financial situations for him and her change. But as it stands, he's paid all 216 months up front because he doesn't want to have anything to do with the kid. So that's a boss move.
But it is unfortunate for the child.
From a financial standpoint, well, it is. It's a completely unfortunate move for the child. And it's kind of scumbag-ish, just a little bit.
Yeah. Because when that child reaches adulthood, it's like, wait, my father paid all the child support up front just so he couldn't, like, that's a whole different level of psychiatric help.
Or the kid could be living in a $400,000 house, and
if she's if she's mentally challenged enough to take that money and do like a $400,000 house, like, seriously.
Okay, real talk. Under the idea that it could be reevaluated in the future, why not take the money, right? Put it in a money market account. 10% gets you how much a year?
$100K minus taxes. Yeah. No, yeah, absolutely. Yeah, so you take that. You take that. Put in a good account, and that's what you should do. But the question is, it depends on where she's at in life, how much she's bringing in, and X amount. It becomes a whole thing.
I have a question. Why this child when he has 3 others? That's my major question.
Oh, yeah.
Why is the other 3 getting taken care of and visitation and everything, but this one, nah, I want nothing to do with?
We weren't in the bedroom with them.
I mean, yeah, absolutely. I'm just like, something seems very fishy that he wants nothing at all.
Yeah,
to do with the child.
Honestly, sounds like she was probably a fling.
But I mean, like, what? This is just my opinion. As a man, I can't go around in the world knowing I have a seed, a child, a youth out there that I want nothing to do with.
Yep.
No, that's part of my bloodline.
Mm-hmm.
I'm at least, at bare minimum, going to make sure they're breathing, they're okay, they have at least the minimum necessities to take care of themselves in life.
Or like, okay, personally, I was talking, I was thinking of it like this: if I have the means to take care of the child, and you need child support, obviously you can't take care of the child by yourself. Give me my kid. I got it.
Yeah. That also presumes that the women or woman you slept with is one that you desire to have a relationship with for 18 years.
She can do if I have those kinds of means and I really want nothing to do with you, give me my kid.
Hey man.
That's just me.
I'm not saying what he did is right. I'm just laughing at the fact that he was like, I told her not to keep the child. I know I'm financially responsible for the kid.
Yeah.
He goes to check for $1 million. I'm out.
It was like $1,080,000.
Yeah, she's like 39. I mean, she's 39, but
okay,
yeah.
So
kind of like that. There was another one in Houston. Who do the Jalen
Green?
Yeah, Jalen Green
with that other 39-year-old.
Yeah, Brittany. She's decently older than him too.
Well, we know that trap babies, right, are a thing, right? Especially if you are seeing a man with means, no matter what profession he's in.
Yeah.
So that's not out of the ordinary. And in this culture, Well,
and now speaking to the man side of things from my perspective, that these women are here to get you, and I understand you now have access to women that you probably grew up seeing, blah, blah, blah. But they're going to do anything in their power to trap you in some way, shape, or form.
Not all of them, though. Some of them actually be in it for true love. I'm trying to be optimistic here.
I'm about to say, it's kind of like saying, although they lost by 50, they did score 58 points. I mean,
wow.
It is facts, but
that's messed up, man.
I'm sorry.
Hit it right here.
I'm still trying to sit with that. But yo,
Steve, that was dirty. That was dirty.
I can't help it.
No, dirty.
But yeah. Listen, man. You shouldn't be sleeping with nobody that you're not in a long-term thing with, right? Like, there's morality, there is religiosity, there's culture that are all in this pot, and you pick up a ladle and you can pull out either one of those, right? Either way it goes, he looks like a scumbag for not wanting to take care of his kid or not want to deal with this kid's mother, or having the audacity to think that writing a check will suffice, right? Yeah. So, I get all of that. On the flip side of that, if he said he didn't want to have that baby, and you had that baby anyway, you better be glad he wrote you a check. I'm just saying, if we're talking from an equality standpoint,
he didn't have a choice.
Well, that's what I'm saying. If you could kill this baby, I can at least abandon it. That's what the comic said.
Hey, time out. That brings up a somewhat of a very valid point. It's a woman's body, yes, and she can decide to do XYZ. But equally speaking, if the man says he doesn't want to have anything to do with it, you got to understand what you're putting yourself through.
There are so many.
You have to
rules and expectations that are not under the banner of equality, that are not right. They're not equal, and they never should have been considered equal, right? These things, and they're not now, even in the ways that they are, right? And this, whether or not a baby should be born, who gets to decide whether or not a baby lives or dies, and who has to take care of a baby, of a child, none of it's equal. Everybody just has to agree, none of it's equal. Now, is it designed to give a woman the right to choose what she does with her body? Yes. Is it designed to make sure that a child that is had gets taken care of by its parents, right? And particularly a father that may not necessarily want to be with the mother of the child? Yes, that is correct. But let's not kid ourselves. It's not equal, right? Because if it were equal, before if it was in the first 6 weeks, and he was like, I don't want to have nothing to do with this baby, and he made that very clear in a legal document. And then when she had this baby, because it is her choice to have the baby, should he really have any, responsibility to it?
Right.
If we're talking about equality, to me, it's hard to make a case for that from an equality standpoint. Now, from another standpoint, hey, you shoot up the club, you got to deal with. You got to deal with the image.
Did you make all effort to make sure that this did not happen?
Even if you didn't make all effort, listen. You create a baby, that's your baby. That's your baby.
You man enough to lay down there and make the baby.
Yeah.
You man enough to be in the baby's life, regardless if you didn't want it or not. The choice was made. The child is here.
Mm-hmm.
You can look at that baby in a baby's face and say, I want nothing to do with you. Come on, what kind of man is that?
Right.
We're not saying that he doesn't have character flaws. We're not saying she doesn't either, though. What, like, you know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
There's a healthy y'all screwed up for both of them, right? A healthy amount of that, and for him, but then to me, it's the audacity of writing $1 million check and be like, all right, that's it.
Yeah.
Come on, man. Come
Oh,
on.
yeah. But I mean, also at the same time, she knew what she was doing, whether it was malicious or not.
That's almost like him literally paying for services.
Pretty much.
And that's the most expensive set of services I've ever heard of in my life.
No, it's not. There's other ballers out there who pay way more child support than he did.
I'm not talking about for child support. I'm just saying, if we're talking about services, if we're talking about sexual services.
Oh yeah.
Bro, if you want a prostitute, get a prostitute. Let's stop acting like it is what it is. Like, financially speaking, you're better off. I mean, I've never heard of $1 million prostitute. That's all I'm saying. And since you chose not to do that, well, then you need to deal with the consequences of that.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Anyhow. Yep. I just thought it was funny. He was like, 216 payments. Nah, bro, I got one check right here. Hold up. Hold up. What was that number again? 1,080,000.
Like I said, that was
$16.27. I got you right here. There you go.
And I'm not sure if that was all him or his lawyer was like, wait, he want $5,000 a month? Hey man, you better write that check.
That's true.
I think the idea, right, because to hear a summary of the messages that were sent, he never intended on being a father to that child from the moment he was made aware that she could be pregnant. Which is why he paid her $100,000 to not be pregnant. So, yeah, no, he probably actually was like, hey, man, how can I not do this? So, anyhow. Oh, man. We had 53 minutes already? Clearly we missed each other. Ooh. Man, 50. Where is that number? No, anyhow. Dominique, you got any shout outs? You got any soapbox moments?
Oh, yeah.
He's not shouting out the refs.
Yeah, they definitely don't get one at all.
Oh my God.
Paige Bueckers.
Paige.
Yeah, Paige Bueckers. Gino Ariema.
Yeah.
Miss 12-time national champion.
That man knows how to coach some ballers. That's for sure.
Oh, for sure. And I don't know. It's one of those. He's like one of the last pillars of the old school coaches in the NCAA, and like for him, I'm not sure if every time you win one, it's just like, is he coming back? Is he coming back to coach another one? And also, this one was relatively special because this would have been Gigi Bryant's freshman year, and she wanted to go to UConn.
Yeah. Wow, why'd you have to bring the mood down? Now I'm sad.
No, I'm just bringing awareness because if you look closely, they had the number 2. They had her jersey sitting on the bench, and that's actually pretty cool.
Yeah.
but yeah, like Gino, the way Gino was talking, it's just like, you know, even now, even if he left 3 championships ago, he still would have been, it wouldn't have done anything to his legacy. Almost like right now, he's just building. That's it. There's nothing that can tear it down. He's just building. He's just adding on to it. And I mean, especially with Paige, you know, one thing I saw during these games, or what I've noticed throughout these last couple of years between South Carolina and UConn, it's almost like a sorority for them of like champions, because you saw Brianna Stewart, she was there, Diana Taurasi, of course, and and Maya Moore, she was there as well. And it's just amazing how the alumni come back and cheer them on in the championship games and kind of bring that energy, because Asia Wilson does it for South Carolina as well. So does Leah Boston. So, you know, it's you know, whenever they go, it's like, all right, hey, we're gonna be there, and it's pretty neat.
Yeah, that reminds me. I had my Asia Wilson jersey. I'm a big fan of her. She's very good as a player. I don't know anything about her as a person other than she is dating Bam Adebayo, but you know, she's really good. But back to Paige before we move off of Paige. She is who everybody thought Caitlin Clark was. Let's be clear about that.
Yeah.
That girl, not only can she ball, but she's, you know, she is at the intersection of a lot of political movements, if you will.
Yeah.
And she's on the right side of all of them.
Yeah.
Like she's one that really is not only empathetic but participatory.
She speaks very well in front of the camera too.
Well, you know,
and I think that's what Caitlin was missing, because Caitlin was just like, I just want to hoop. Like, what's this got to do with ball? It's like, I mean, I get it from a baller perspective, but it's like, you also have to understand your influence. You know, the power that your image, your name has now. Like, that's major.
Also, Caitlin's brand though was very white, right?
True.
Paige's brand is very inclusive, right? Not saying that Caitlin Clark is not someone that is down for the cause or any of that, but that wasn't her brand, you know, probably because of, you know, where she grew up and where she went to school. But she chose for it not to be her brand. That was a decision, you know. So that is what it is. Kind of like, you know, Michael Jordan choosing not to be political, even though if you look at it, he's been donating for the last 40 years into politics heavily and into North Carolina specifically. So, you know, it's a choice. But Paige is, you know, one of the legends. She goes up there with those other names. So, so there's that. There's that. And big shout out to Kelvin Sampson for almost winning. I know Houston lost to Florida.
They had that.
I told my mom earlier today, Florida did to Houston what Houston has been doing to everybody else. Florida was solid down the stretch. They didn't rattle. They didn't shake. They weren't anxious. They played good ball the whole game.
Yeah.
And that's what got them to win. You know, more power to them. I was rooting for Houston, but I was like, God, dog, these boys, Florida boys are balling. You know what I mean?
Gator boys always hot.
Something like that.
Wait a minute, Dom. Didn't the bracket you did with AI predict that Florida was going to win?
Yep.
Florida was a number 1 seed in the tournament,
but still, they could have lost.
Did you match it up and see how accurate the AI came?
Yeah. What is it? I ranked 187,000 out of everybody.
Okay.
Which is pretty decent, because I probably, like, if I'd have picked it myself, I probably wouldn't have come close.
So you're not getting that Warren Buffett money?
No, I'm not getting that. Because you have to be perfect.
You got to be perfect, and that was broken after the second day. So.
Yes, so I was 181,224th.
That's rough.
Actually, but then my second one that I didn't get to complete, that one is 2,826,424th. So at very least, that's a lot. That's a lot of brackets I beat out.
I had another joke. I'm not gonna say it. What soapbox. Now that we've let our Carolina Storm audience go, right? Because they're with us for the first hour. We only have 29 minutes and 15 seconds left. Soapbox moments and what are you watching, right? Because I got something I'm watching that's really, really good. But soapbox moments, where are we at? Who needs to rant before we get off?
Why is Disney World so expensive?
I don't want to hear it, Jason. I don't want to hear it. I don't want to hear it. I don't want to hear it.
Okay, you know what? Why is there so much traffic in Florida?
Now, that's a reasonable argument.
No. So Florida is the largest city per capita in the United States.
Let me just
wait. What do you mean largest city per capita? You mean landmass? Are you talking about like literally the largest?
Too many damn
city?
people.
That's part.
If I went to Wawa every day, yes, I like Wawa.
Such a bad idea in Florida, but go ahead.
The closest Wawa to the resort is 1.9 miles.
Oh, that's 15-minute drive.
Almost a 30-minute drive.
Mm-hmm. I've seen that before.
1.9 miles.
Mm-hmm. We stayed in an Airbnb resort, and it was kind of like that. I forgot, we were going to like somewhere, and I saw every time that I got in the car, I saw the traffic, and I was like, "Holy crap!"
It's to the point where I could have walked and just come back on my own. Yeah. It makes no sense. And heaven forbid you get on the I-4, you're just entering a parking lot. unless you have the Easy Pass.
Yeah.
Which I do. Having the Easy Pass, paying them tolls is a life sin.
Yeah.
It's a godsend. But
Easy Pass. Lovely.
Hey, it comes in the clutch.
You know what, Jason? The other thing I'm surprised, more for off the air, but like, dude, you guys should really vlog those trips.
You should.
I did.
You should. Oh.
I did.
Right.
I did. I am working, hence why I need the
okay.
Mac. Yeah.
Because especially with you guys and your and JK and travel, like that's big.
That would explain why you need all those gigabytes of RAM, Jason. Yep. Video editing, 64 gigabytes of RAM. You cannot do editing without,
Yeah. Remember previously we talked off the air and I asked you your recommendations. I told you that's what I was going to be doing. So I did. I pulled out the DJI. I have a gimbal 6 for the phone.
Nice.
And that I got for free from Amazon.
Yeah. Okay.
I'm so serious.
No, that's dope though.
Right hand to God. I ordered some bed sheets and that's what they sent.
Oh well, hey, it is what it is.
Hey, I thought it was just me that be getting stuff. It's like
no. And in all full transparency, I did the right thing. I called customer service.
Yo, me too.
Because I didn't want no bad juju.
Yeah.
And I just straight up, you guys sent me the wrong item. I really want my bed sheets. I still want my bed sheets. Do I return it? Because I don't want to be charged for it. At the time, those gimbals were going for $250 and change. I'm not paying for what I don't want. The lady said, "Well, did you open the box?" I said, "Yeah, I played around with it just to, go ahead and keep it."
Yo, that's how Amazon's making too much money. I had the same experience. Open up that locker, there's a whole bunch of stuff in there. I had to call them. It took me 20 minutes to get them on the phone.
Yeah.
I was like, "Hey, my box had X, Y, and Z in it." She was like, "Yeah, so what you want us to do about it?"
Right.
What do I need to put it back in the box? Do I need to take it to a drop off? She's like, "Yeah, no. Go ahead, keep that.
Just keep it."
And they sent my sheets out for free within 2 hours of me hanging up from them.
That's not bad.
Shout out to Bezos.
Shout.
Pause. But shout out to Amazon. Shout out to Amazon as a company.
Yeah.
That's what's up.
Yeah, that's my little soapbox. Traffic in Florida is disgusting.
Yeah, it's bad. There's a lot of things in Florida that have issues. Traffic is definitely one of them, though.
Yes,
definitely.
Yes. Oh, and coming back to North Carolina for a pollen infestation. Not to mention, like, while we're on the air here, I'm getting a freeze warning. I was enjoying 80-degree weather.
No.
I came back here. It was nice and sunny. Sunday was 80. Yesterday was 70, but rainy. Today, like, we back in fall, almost winter.
Yeah.
It's been really bad. Like, you chose to go in a good week because, like, there was flooding in the middle of America and in lots of places. Like, if you had flooding in your area and you survived it, shout out to you, because some people lost their lives. But even worse, a lot of those places that flooded last week are in freeze warning tonight, and that's I don't even understand. Like, I think Al Gore was right.
Mother Nature got her act together.
It ain't Mother Nature. Well, I guess it is. It's
It's all the cloud seeding.
Nah, they ain't seeding nothing.
It's the weather machine.
They ain't seeding nothing.
I'm sorry.
Too many Teslas on the road. That's what it is.
I forgot my tinfoil hat. Hey, okay, let me ask you this, Dominique. I heard that Tesla was not taking its own cars on trade-ins for the Cybertruck.
Oh, they've been kind of doing that for the longest. Yeah.
I'm sorry. They're not taking their own product back to trade in for a Cybertruck?
Yep.
Look, I'm going to tell you right now. I remember trying to put an appraisal price on Teslas. And our standard procedure for putting an appraisal price on a Tesla first was to evaluate it like you would any other car based on the market, and then reduce the value of it by 40%. And that's what we offered people that were trying to trade into the Teslas. And that 40%? Was 6 years ago, 5 years ago. Yes.
40%?
Yes.
Oh.
Yes. Yes.
That's kind of steep.
And look. And that's back when there wasn't a whole lot of Teslas on the road. Now with all these Teslas out there, can you imagine what the trade-in value of a Tesla is? Especially if you can't trade it back in at a Tesla place.
Oh, like I said, Tesla's always been notorious for marking down their own product. Like, even if you bought like FSD or something, which is why I advise people don't get FSD, because it's not going to be valued on any kind of trade-in or anything.
I'm sorry, not to keep going back into this. The amount of Cybertrucks I saw in Orlando is ridiculous.
Yeah, rich people trying to show that they're rich, or people that want to look rich trying to,
But I mean, there's like an influx of Cybertrucks in Orlando. It's almost like how you see a Honda here in North Carolina.
Mm-hmm.
That's what it is, Cybertrucks in Orlando.
Hey,
and obviously Orlando. A whole bunch of other Teslas and stuff. But
it's Orlando. Well, I mean, strange things happen there.
I mean, all fairness, Cybertrucks have gone down in price a lot.
Because they can't sell them.
Yeah, they do have an issue with that.
All I know is when Dom gets his, I want to take a ride in it.
Hey, like I said, I'm just surveying the field.
I'm curious as to why Dom hasn't considered a Rivian.
That's on my list too. It just depends.
Or VinFast.
What?
I'm not doing VinFast. They're from Vietnam. Rivians are on my list, but my problem with Rivian is I can't take it everywhere. You can't.
What do you mean?
The charging network that they use, yes, they will be able to use Tesla superchargers, absolutely, but it's only certain Tesla superchargers. They can't use every one of them, and for me, that's a problem.
Yeah, for everybody, that's a problem.
Yeah, like if not, you have to. You got to use some of the. You got to use like Electrify America, which they've shown that they're not necessarily reliable. And I'm not sitting there charging no Walmart parking lot for an hour and a half. Like I do like them, but like I said, no. But that's why a few weeks ago when I said that from me and my family, I plan on getting like a people mover, and my Teslas will be my around the city cars.
That makes sense. That makes good sense.
Until Tesla makes a SUV.
You mean like the Model V? Don't tell me you ain't heard about the Model V. It was on CNN. I saw it yesterday, actually, on CNN. Go ahead and Google.
They're going to do something.
Go ahead and Google.
Well, a lot of people are saying what they should have did instead of making a truck is make like if you're going to make it a cyber aesthetic vehicle, SUV first.
Nobody's going to buy that thing.
You would have a lot of people buying that thing. It's a van.
Well, okay. Let me rephrase. Are we ever going to see this van ever come to life? Let's start there.
Still waiting on the semi.
The semi.
Still waiting on the Roadster.
The semi. Now the Roadster is a real problem, but the semi, they're building the factory out to mass produce it within this year. It should be up and running towards the end of. Well, that's assuming supply chains don't go crazy. That was before all the tariffs.
So wait a minute. Does he take the pre-order money to build the factory to build the semi? That's what he really does.
So the Roadster is like $250K.
I didn't know that.
So some people had to wire the whole thing or a good chunk of the deposit. They haven't got their money back. But the other thing is Tesla is $30 billion cash flow positive. They have $30 billion sitting in the bank. So even if they did have to refund that money, it's not a big deal.
Yeah, it's not
30 billion liquid.
30 billion liquid.
Yeah.
They have no debt. All their stuff is paid off. They're cash flow positive right now. So
he's saying is they got good credit.
Yeah, they can withstand a lot right now.
According to how their stock's looking.
They can't stand too much more of this. I'll say that right now.
But now the Model V is exactly what I said with the Model X refresh that's coming at the end of this year should be. Like don't make the doors go up. No, just make them slide back like a traditional van. And honestly, you probably and then also figure out a way to make the car cheaper. So all the tech that's all the new tech that's in the Cybertruck will be coming to the S and the X.
Yeah, but it's going to be exponentially more expensive because these tariffs are kicking us all in the pants, and it's the reason why Elon is so upset right now because it's screwing up his plans mightily.
Yes, yeah. Well, and to clarify that, yes. Essentially, Tesla does localize most of their material, but like it's most of the cheap things that they outsource, like the really, really cheap things. But then the other thing is the battery. So like if tariffs and like with China right now, the fact that tonight, assuming that there's no call between Donald Trump and Prime Minister Xi, tariffs are looking at 106%, 103%.
That's ridiculous.
And this trade war is not good. This reinforces that this trade war not good for anybody. And it's come out that Musk has definitely tried to talk Trump off the ledge of these tariffs because it hurts. It's going to hurt. And this is just.
He called Peter Navarro, Trump's advisor for the tariffs, a moron. So to say that. They're having a relationship spat.
And unfortunately, he can't publicly, like straight on, just say what he wants because he's in the good graces of Trump.
Who can't say what he wants?
Musk. Because
he's in the good graces of Trump now?
It shows that there's trouble in paradise when over the last 2 months, they've been buddy, especially with the work he's done with Doge and all that other stuff. It's bad optics.
It's bad, period, because they ain't seeing eye to eye right now. And both of them are used to getting what they want without having to ask and consider anybody else. So yeah, it's going to be an implosion. The question is when, not if.
Not only that, and I mean, I guess this goes into my soapbox moment, is the fact that who wins in this trade war? Trump believes that we're going to win, but that's impossible because we don't, like, China doesn't need us. They don't. And they don't need us.
Yes, they kind of do.
Not to an extent where if they have a stalemate, China can outlast us.
That's the thing.
That's true.
Big time.
But they need the U.S. because the U.S. is their largest consumer.
No, we're third.
Really? We're third. The U.S.
I'm gonna have to send you the video because I was just watching it before we got started, but we are third on the list.
Oh, okay. Well, I retract my statement.
But even if we were number one, the point still stands that the way that China's government is set up, they can outlast us.
And also right now, what China's doing, because they just came out of a recession, they're incentivizing all these countries for free trade with them because we're giving it up.
Yep.
And they're stepping into our shoes and saying, yeah, free trade with us. We'll help you make, we make better stuff anyway. Everybody already comes to us regardless. Like, come on, let's make this money. And we're stepping away, which is horrible because Trump just can't backtrack and say, all right, we're back. Sorry, free trade, guys. No, you can't do that. These agreements that's going to happen over the next few weeks or months, these are deals for like 20 years. Like, you're talking about supply chains for a long time.
And we're hoping that the supply chains that currently exist and the businesses that currently exist are around when and if the deals are made, right? I was listening to a guy talk about tariffs, and I understand that tariffs are a tax on the American worker, but I also understand that the American people have no idea, not just how tariffs work, but how expansive the tariffs are that were instituted, right? The guy gave an example, about oranges and how oranges are going to go up. Well, oranges are made in Florida, so why would oranges increase in price? Well, everything about making an orange is going to be under tariff, right? Mm-hmm. The parts for the equipment to irrigate and to pick the oranges, the bags that the oranges go in, the vehicles that carry the oranges to and fro, the things in the store that hold the oranges, right? The cabinets and the shelving and all that good stuff. All that stuff is likely hit with tariffs. So when we say a tariff affects a 10% tariff across the board affects everyone, right? And the reciprocal tariffs, especially with our biggest trade partners, affects everyone.
Which should actually mean the United States growth is even more.
Yeah, it's really.
So it's really bad. Amount, whatever countries these are, and then the EU, then us.
But this is from 2022, though.
It hasn't changed much, if anything.
2023, gotcha.
It hasn't changed.
The Association of ASEAN or ASEAN, Association of Southeast Asian Nations. So yeah. That's interesting.
And one thing that I was talking to people about is, they're like, yeah, the tariffs are going to make us produce stuff here in the U.S. Yeah, if Trump had another term, maybe. But because he doesn't have another term, most people are saying, okay, well, most businesses or big businesses, they're like, they're lying to Trump and saying, yeah, we'll invest. Sure, no problem. But the thing is, it takes years to create that supply chain. It takes years to build those factories. It takes years to bring it back to the U.S.
There's no infrastructure here for it.
Exactly. By that time, Trump will probably be out of office. And
that's also giving Trump the benefit of the doubt that he doesn't deserve, right? Dave Chappelle had a very good bit about bringing jobs from China back to America. And he said, we don't want these Chinese jobs. I mean, I don't want iPhones to be $9,000, right?
Yep.
Like,
yeah, because if that stuff to manufacture here is going to cost a lot more.
They've done the estimates. An iPhone if built here in America, it's going to cost almost $4,000. Right? Contrast that with the fact that the cheapest iPhone is $499, the SE, and the most expensive one is $1,800 with the terabyte hard drive in it, which is the iPhone 16 Pro Max. That would be, instead of being $1,600, it'd be $4,000. Nobody wants that. Nobody. Certainly not me. I mean, everybody likes, wearing Jordans. Nobody wants to make them here in America. Jordans are $225 right now. You know how much they would be if they were made in America? They'd be like $600. So why are we even considering?
They will still get purchased. They will still get purchased.
Ain't gonna be by me. Bro, I barely buy them now.
The community will still purchase.
Bro, I'm gonna tell you right now. Well, and here's the thing: if it were made in America, either it will be made by people in prison to get the price low, or it will be made by somebody that's in a union, which would make the price high. Either way, it'd be an unimaginable lift for someone to purchase items that are made in America. Have you purchased stuff? Have you tried to purposely purchase things that were made in America and seen how insanely expensive they are compared to other, like, if you buy a Honda versus a Chevrolet, right? An Impala versus an Accord, right? They are almost the same price. But you know why they're almost the same price? Because there's already a tariff on Honda Accords coming to America. That's how expensive it is.
Chevys are made in Mexico.
and not for nothing, Chevys are made in Mexico. So
Mexico and Canada.
It's not actually American made.
Yeah, so
it's North American made, yes.
But it's and the price that they pay for labor is so much greater than the price that is paid for labor overseas that they're virtually the same price, even with the tariff on them already. So what are we even talking about?
And speaking of all these tariffs, who only has a 10% tariff, the blanket tariff?
Who?
Russia.
They don't even have that. They're exempt for that too.
Exactly. Which is absolutely crazy.
Yeah, but not for nothing. Who are they gonna get to work in these factories if we getting rid of all of the immigrants? I'm not working in a factory for $20 an hour building Chevrolets and Dodges.
The homeless population.
If that were the case, that would already be happening.
Like, if you actually look at the homeless population in America, it's a lot.
Yeah,
it's a lot.
I know it's a lot. I also know that a large percentage of the homeless population are homeless because they have situations that in the past would have been remedied by a mental health advocate, right? And that would rule them unable to be like working in a factory. So it ain't like you just put all the homeless, people to work and then bam, you got your workforce. That's not the case. That's not the case at all. And even if you did, you still have to pay them like an American, which means that the price is not going to go down. Now you could arrest them for vagrancy and put them in jail, but still the ability to actually do the job actually has to be taken into account because there are standards for quality, right? And we've shown in America, we don't
care.
There ain't a whole lot of building that we're going to be doing that pass quality assurance as it does in other countries, right? So
there's an estimated 771,000 homeless in America. Estimated. This is 2024. I guess the increase of 18.1% from the previous.
It's gonna go up. It's gonna go up. As this year progresses, it's gonna go up, right? Oh, which leads me to my soapbox moment. Like most things, homelessness is a policy decision, right? It's a decision. It's a policy decision, right? It's a decision that the government has made to allow these people to be unhoused. And I won't say homeless, I'll say unhoused, right? But just like that's a policy decision, the deportations are a policy decision as well.
Yep.
Right? My soapbox moment is two things. It's twofold. The first one is recently a man from Maryland who had a legal resident status was deported because he had a tattoo That man was deported to Venezuela, where he was from, where he was fleeing, fearing for his life, and where a court determined that he was eligible for like asylum, to be in the process to gain full asylum in the United States, right? They picked him up, they sent him back to Venezuela or El Salvador, I can't remember which one it was, into one of the worst jails in the world. And when they were sued to bring him back, the Supreme Court said, nope, he can stay, right? That's scary because it means that if you deport someone out of the country, the government is not under any obligation, whether it's wrongly or correctly, the government is not under obligation to bring them back. That's number one. Yeah, he's getting deported too. That's unfortunate, but
are you serious?
NBA draft pick.
Yeah, the other thing that they're doing is student visas for immigrants are being challenged and turned off. Marco Rubio, Secretary of State, Marco Rubio, last week said that if you are a student in the United States and you're protesting against government decisions, we will revoke your visa, your student visa, and send you back. Yeah, he said that, and they're doing that.
That's childish.
I'm sorry. What's the First Amendment?
That's freedom of speech. Yeah.
So apparently that does not apply to.
It only applies when the left is suppressing the right.
Jason,
that's the only time it applies.
A family in Milwaukee was detained in a Milwaukee mall for speaking Spanish amongst each other. They were all American citizens that got detained and sent to Texas. And then upon the realization that they were American citizens, they checked their information and they had to send them back. That tells us what we already know. They are detaining and processing for deportation people without investigating their legal status. That's scary because that could have been anybody.
I honestly feel like I need to walk around with a copy of my citizenship papers,
which is sad.
Jason, I've told there's this woman at the counter at Walmart, right? I've struck up a friendship with because I see her every time I go. On January the 20th, I said, look, we were talking for a while. I know you because I come here all the time. I know this sounds alarmist, but please don't leave the house. Please first go get a real ID. Number one, because in Texas, get a real ID, you have to show the DMV your birth certificate, your social security number, your social security card, a real birth certificate, and like a bill to prove you're a citizen, right? And keep a copy of your birth certificate on you, please, because if not, you might be detained and deported to a country that you're not from. And I'd rather not see that.
Like the guy who got deported to El Salvador.
Yes.
And he's not from El Salvador.
Not from El Salvador. And
they don't care where you go. They just want you out.
Yeah. They'll send you there and you'll get to the prison. And then once they figure out you're not a criminal, which is what they were trying to say they were doing, they release you to a halfway house. But you know what they don't do? They don't bring you back. Yeah.
Because they're not obligated to.
And because you don't have a visa in that country, and because you're not a citizen of that country, you can't roam around free in that country. So effectively, you become a prisoner in a hotel in a country that's not yours. Mm-hmm. That has happened a lot, right? That's the scary thing. That's number one.
Become a POD, prison of deportation.
That's a real thing. The second thing that scared me, and that I have a soapbox moment about, is I read recently that in February, the state of New York, in January, had received $80 million in grant funding from the government to aid the city of New York and the state of New York, the city of New York, in processing immigrants, right? To cover the expenses of having them there and to process them. Those went in to the ACH system and took the money back. I need you to think about that for a second. The state of New York has a bank account, and the bank account was sent $80 million from the government because, government sends states money for things. Some states more than others, like Alabama, Mississippi, Kentucky. Some states more than others. But they sent New York $80 million because New York has has the bulk of immigrants outside of Texas and California in the country, and they processed them. Doge went in and took the money physically out of their account. The state of New York sued and lost. Bro, if that ain't scary, I don't know what is.
It's extremely scary.
I don't know what it is. Actually, no, I lie. I do know what it is. On April the 20th, the report from the military that Trump requested as to whether or not he can activate like the War Maritime Act, for which U.S. soldiers can actively operate on U.S. soil. Like right now, they're prohibited. What do they call it? Posse comitatus, I think is what it's called. Right? It's the constitutional theory and ban for soldiers on U.S. soil operating. He requested the report that you would need to allow him to do that. That gets sent to the White House on April the 20th. And if the generals that he put in after he fired all the generals that were not loyal to him say that it's okay, then he's going to deploy the American military on American soil for his purposes. That's the scariest thing I've heard since he was elected.
Can he do that?
He's already declared state of emergency for the border.
See, here's the thing.
He's been setting up precedences to be able to do
that. He can't do that unless the generals, like there's a committee that does a report to determine whether or not it's warranted for this to happen. He asked for it in his first term. The generals that were on the committee were like, nah. He fired them, put in his own people, and he submitted it. He fired them when he got in office the second time. He resubmitted the request. The report is expected, because it was 90 days from the 20th. It's expected to be submitted to him on the 20th. It's at that point that we will know whether or not he will be able to deploy the military at the border, wait for it, or anywhere else. So, and I'm not saying that that's going to happen. What I am saying is the fact that it's a possibility is infinitely frightening to me.
Yeah.
So, anyhow, that's your news for the day. No, anyhow,
I'm seriously gonna start walking around with a copy of my citizenship papers.
Yeah. What, like, you were naturalized to when, Jason?
2010. Oh, between 2009 and 2010.
Bro.
Before then, it was always a green card. So.
Yeah, I'll let you naturalize for real, because people with green cards, they're not being let back in the country; they're being deported. It's anyhow. Real quick, let's change the vibes. What are you guys watching?
I'm actually rewatching Avenue 5 right now.
What is that?
It's on Max. It's like
Cinemax?
I haven't heard that one in a minute.
Unless you know how old we are, right?
Right. I've actually been I've been on like a end of the world type movies binge lately.
Seems appropriate.
I don't know why, but it fascinates me. I've also been watching a lot of Neil deGrasse Tyson interviews and stuff.
Yeah.
Have you been watching Star Talk?
Love Star Talk.
Star Talk is good.
Love Star Talk.
Real good. It's real good.
But yeah, currently I'm rewatching Avenue 5 on Max. It's with the actor from House, the main guy.
Hugh
Laurie. Yeah.
Yeah. He's the captain of the spaceship.
Oh yeah.
I use air quotes because he's not a real captain.
He's an idiot. That's what it is.
Yeah, it's hilarious.
Yeah, it's comical.
Yeah, it's pretty good.
Actually, last night I watched The Martian,
Mm.
which is a
Again,
good
right?
one.
Again,
Yeah. Rewatch. I've just been rewatching stuff lately.
It was so sad when that door blew open and his potatoes were messed up.
Yo,
It was heartbreaking. It's like, oh shoot.
I felt the pain.
I mean, just hungry. It's hungry.
You
Yeah.
just want potato and ketchup. That's
Right.
it. That's it.
Okay, real talk. How funky must he have been?
Oh man. He's
so here's the
No,
thing
go ahead.
that got me was in certain scenes you saw him taking a shower.
yeah, but I think what was it? I gotta watch it again, I guess. But yeah,
Hold on. I'm glad you mentioned that. Taking a shower with what water? The
Oh.
recycled water?
sterilized water.
No,
But
the
yes.
recycled water. They had a water filtration system. Yes,
Yeah.
but you got to remember, how long were they supposed to be there?
They weren't supposed to be there long, but because it was like 6 of them. So technically,
he had enough. I mean, he was only supposed to. They had enough food, for like 100 or 200 something 80 souls days, I guess.
days.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And the water was to last 300 something souls.
Mm-hmm.
He ended up being there 500 something days.
Yeah.
I keep saying souls,
so-
but that's what they said in the
You're right. Yeah,
movie.
but for the last 200 souls,
He had to ration. He almost had to probably had to ration his showering too.
Just before he left to make the drive to the other rocket, he did take a shower because it showed how much weight he had lost from the time he was there.
he took a shower, but he still had no deodorant. That's what I'm getting at.
He ain't no soap.
Yeah.
Oh, he ain't had no soap.
Yeah, that's a problem.
That man just rinsed.
Yeah, that's a problem.
I had a joke. I'm not gonna say that one, but
Please
between
don't.
that, yeah, I'm trying not to get banned. Between that and the trip from where he left to where he was going, like it was a 4-day trip, right?
No, it was 50 something days.
50 days.
Yeah.
Oh my
Yeah,
God.
because I mean, he wasn't moving but so fast, and then
He only drive 4 hours a day and have to charge for 13.
Yeah, then he had to charge.
I really just watched this movie last night.
God, dog. God,
Yeah.
dog. Jason
I
knows
like
all the specifics.
I like space odyssey type movies. Like that's my passion. I love watching those.
Makes me want to almost rewatch For All Mankind.
Yes, I'm probably gonna watch that tomorrow.
Which I'm like, man, when y'all coming?
Oh,
back?
it was a month. The drive was a month.
It was a month. Okay.
Yes, man, approximately a month from the Aries 4 math. You know what? Why are we even doing this? See, we're too tied to these movies.
It's a good movie.
Mm-hmm.
I've seen it way too many times. I've seen it way too many times. Way too many times. Like I've seen it so much that when I watch it on when I catch it on TNT, and you started, you can't like not finish it.
You can't not finish it exactly.
You know how like they cut scenes to stay within the time frame. I'll be like, hey man,
yeah,
man, what you doing?
Yeah. I'm like that when they put Tropic Thunder on TV.
Love that movie too. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh.
How to be trail donkeys? Acting like he's a one-man GPS.
That man said, we do not negotiate with terrorists. Yeah. Who's that? Somebody found out who that is.
Tropic Thunder is definitely one of my top 5 movies.
Oh my gosh.
Can't believe they were trying to crucify RDJ about that. Like, chill, relax.
Who was the?
You know that there is talks about making another one. Ben Stiller is actually talking about making a second one.
I would watch it.
Yeah, go for it.
Absolutely.
I certainly would watch it. Have you seen the new Mission Impossible trailer?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, him running. Tom Cruise running again.
I haven't seen it.
It's so very good. And the Superman trailer came out, and I was mad about that.
Yeah, I didn't see that one.
There's a new one. It's 4 minutes and 51 seconds long, but it really is only like 2 minutes of new stuff, and it's not even really new stuff because it's the scene of him in the snow. It does show you the Fortress of Solitude, though, and conceptually, what the world is going to be like in the director's new Superman DC world, and I am unhappy at the moment because it seems like he's making a joke out of this. Like this is not going to resemble any Superman we've ever known, and I think that's a mistake.
Well, I think it's tired and played out to keep doing Superman, like Superman and Batman, and they never do it. Like there's always issues with it, and I'm tired of trying to rehash it.
Okay, so your issue is with their efforts.
Yes,
not with Superman. Okay,
not with Superman. Like I like Superman, but it's just like you guys keep doing this over and over. You keep leaving stuff. Like why don't you just do one good one, and let's just use that guy or that person and go for it. Like that'd be great.
The problem is they're trying to do that. They're just woefully unable to pull it off.
Because same with Batman. Because I hear that they're talking about doing like a Batman Beyond storyline, and it's like
they need to.
Which would be cool, but I'm just like, come on, like there's other DC characters. There's same with Marvel. There's other Marvel characters. Like,
But Dominic, you do know though, right, that the general viewing public don't know any of those other ones.
I know.
Right? They know Superman and Batman.
Wonder Woman.
That's about it.
Yeah.
They barely know Wonder Woman.
Well, they flubbed Wonder Woman with Wonder Woman 1975. I was like, oh gosh.
And Flash. And no Flash.
Yeah. No. So the issue I have with Flash is you need to bring Grant Gustin, the one that played the TV Flash.
Flash.
And then let him do the movies now.
And you need to get rid of that stupid Flash run that.
Yeah.
Yeah. That one they have in the movies is annoying.
Ezra. Nah, man, that's not it.
They need to get rid of him, whether they bring another Flash in or not. Whether they ever do it.
Well, the funny thing is, they did a special like with the Flash TV show and the Flash movie with Ezra Miller, where they had a small crossover, which means you're able to just say, yeah, somehow Ezra Miller just got lost, and this Barry Allen showed up. Explained, done. Let's move on.
If they can just keep their actors and actually write out proper storylines,
which is
get on the whole bandwagon like Marvel did. Yeah. Marvel literally gave y'all a blueprint to follow, but you guys just won't agree on a set script and set actors.
It's hard. The guy that's doing the new Superman is the guy that did Guardians. Yeah, he did Guardians of the Galaxy, right? So they gave him a long list to reimagine and to reinvent the DC universe. He decided what movies were canon, what movies were not. He's deciding a whole lot. And with the Superman movie, it's literally the beginning of the new universe. It's the new thing, right? I don't think he's gonna be able to pull it off in the way that he thinks he's gonna be able to pull it off. Not if the movie is anything like the trailer, which I hope that it's not. I hope that the trailer is just an aberration, right? If the movie is anything like the trailer, there's a very high likelihood it's gonna be roasting garbage.
Yeah, it's gonna be.
I'm going to be upset because I'm going to watch it on the first.
You've already lost the audience. You guys went as far as doing Man of Steel, Batman versus Superman. You did pretty much the whole Justice League setup.
Yeah, give it back to Zack Snyder because at least the Snyder's cut was decent.
Yes, but now y'all want to restart the whole thing. You're just reinventing the same wheel that keeps running a flat.
Well, people are going to watch Superman either way it goes. People are going to watch Batman either way it goes. You're not losing anything by doing that. But if you do it right, you get example, like the Penguin on HBO, right? You don't lose anything by trying the Penguin on HBO. But if you do it right, you gain everything, right? Just like, and the only reason you could do the Penguin on HBO like that is because you did the Batman with Twilight dude, Robert Pattinson. Yeah. They reimagined Batman. They made it dark, made it more realistic. And now you are able, and it was critically acclaimed, although it wasn't a blockbuster hit. Mm-hmm. It didn't lose money. You took one of those characters, you spent it off, the Penguin, who everybody knows, but you didn't change him and make him the Penguin that it used to be. You stayed within that universe, and you made a compelling story. And because of that, now you could do just about anything else.
Well, then you got Lanterns coming up too. So
the question is the Lantern going to be centered in the new James Gunn stuff, or is it going to be centered in the new Batman universe? Right?
They don't know yet. I just know that they're doing. It's like Hal Jordan and the John Stewart. Like it's like they say it's like a buddy cop type thing.
That seems like it's going to be in the new one, right? And you cannot make a film like you make the cartoon, even though DC cartoons are amazing. You can't make a film that way. It's not the same.
It's an HBO Max series.
My main question is Green Lantern going to be black or white?
Yes.
Yeah.
Because it makes a difference.
Hal Jordan's white. John Stewart's
white.
black.
Just black. Yeah.
Right. But it makes a difference. Even in the animated series, it started off.
They're going to be working together.
Oh well.
Yeah, it's both of them together. So we'll see.
You can't have both of them together. There's only one on Earth.
They're gonna work it out.
Yeah, they're figuring that out.
I do know I'm a DC fanatic, right?
I'm aware.
Okay.
I'm just letting you know what I've seen, the leaks that I've seen about it.
Yeah. So, yeah, we up on time.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I keep going with the whole DC thing because nobody else in my house is DC but me. Everybody else is all on the, as y'all see, everybody else is all on the Marvel train.
Well, ain't nothing wrong with that, but yeah.
I want Static Shock.
All my DC stuff
bring me
is in my bedroom. My Batman stuff, my Joker, all that's in my bedroom. The rest of the house is all Marvel.
So you got an audience. Nice.
Stupid.
Hey.
Yeah, like I want Static. I want a live action Static. You know, come on now.
Which, by the way, yeah. Yes, to the live action Static. Oh, what I was saying is, you did Black Adam. At the end of it, you had Harry, what's his name, Cavill, as Superman come in. You're ready to merge into the. Y'all heard that, right?
I think we need to wrap it up. I think that's what I think. I think that was the cue.
The Alexa in the bedroom just shouted.
Oh Lord!
There's nobody in my bedroom.
Oh,
you think?
Oh, no, I know.
Henry Cavill is going to be a version of Wolverine, so he'll be in Marvel now.
Yeah, he switched over. And yes, you're right, Jason. They screwed up that opportunity. But then again, they say that's The Rock's fault as well because he was not approved to put Henry Cavill in there, but he did anyway. So, but look, we're gonna see. It'll be an interesting summer. It'll be a very interesting summer. I'm looking forward to. Matter of fact, there's a war movie that comes out this weekend that I want to go see.
Minecraft?
Oh boy, I almost said a bad word. No, absolutely not.
I want to see Minecraft. Minecraft looks like it's gonna be good.
You better hope that it's still in movie theaters. The Minecraft people are acting up so bad. That thing about taking it out of movie theaters in the second week, although it was the number one movie in America last week.
Is it that bad?
Well, you got to go to find out that it's bad.
No. The movie's supposedly good, but the people going to see the movie are acting like a-holes. Like they're flipping in front of the screen, doing backflips, doing monologues, unscheduled, like
in the bus room
and stuff. Yeah, like they're fighting in the venue. They're throwing popcorn everywhere. Like it's
Minecraft.
Minecraft is very big, very big.
That they have like multiple screens have had to stop in the middle and have the ushers and have the police. Like it's a whole thing. It's so bad that not studio heads, but the COOs of these movie theaters have issued a statement. If this behavior continues, we're going to take it out of movies. Ridiculous. I've never heard of such thing.
Over Minecraft?
Minecraft
is huge,
big.
bro.
I don't play it, so I'm
building a Minecraft stage right now.
Yeah, like people have their own servers that they maintain and spend money, like big money, to maintain that stuff.
Like you have
right now. On Minecraft,
it's exclusive access.
Minecraft. Okay, so instead of you spending all that money on Minecraft, you take that same equipment and money and mine Bitcoin.
Same could be same. Well, same with people who spend money on drugs.
I don't know. I don't know. I'm just saying. These are
everybody has their proclivities, so you know.
Exactly. Number one on the call sheet. If you don't have Apple TV, you're not going to be able to get it. Although it's worth the $4.99 per month or the free month trial using your free trial on
Just
it.
buy an Apple product.
If you have an Apple product, if you have an iPhone or an Apple Watch or an Apple TV
or an iPad
or an iPad or Apple Home, you should have gotten 1 year free for it, right? With it.
Yep.
Or if you're paying for the iTunes subscription, it comes with that. Number 1 on the call sheet. When I tell you, it is one of the best documentaries I've seen in quite some time. It gets you all in your feels. And if you were born, before 2000, all of it will hit home for you. It's really, really good. Really, really good. Really, really good. Oh,
number 1 on the call sheet.
Shrek 5.
Yeah.
All right. Added
Shrek
it to the watch list.
Shrek 5 is coming.
Shrek 5. Hey, do you guys watch The Handmaid's Tale?
I thought about it.
I will not confirm nor deny that.
Jason, I watch it. Watch it.
It's good.
Season 6 came out today. I've already watched 1 episode of the 3 that dropped.
It's on. You're in my ear, so she can't hear you.
When I tell you, it was, at least the first episode, completely worth the wait. Completely worth the wait. Completely worth the wait.
Full disclosure, it was one of those that she was watching when I came home. And I got sucked in. Like, to the point I'm making popcorn, feet up. I got my blanket on the couch, reclined. Like, let's start the next episode.
That's how it is.
Elizabeth Moss. If you've never watched The Handmaid's Tale, you don't understand what the buzz is around Elizabeth Moss and why she's so sought after in Hollywood. But watching The Handmaid's Tale, that white girl can act. She can act her tail off.
She gets her flowers.
Bro,
gets her flowers.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
But it's Jason. Matter of fact, when you watch the episode, when you get done with the first, just text me. I don't care when it is. Just text me. Be like, just send me the obligatory. Oh my God, and I'm gonna send it back to you. I'm gonna send it back to you. Yep.
Well, I can't watch it without her. That's our agreement.
Oh, that's your agreement?
I mean, as a man, I'm not gonna watch it without my wife. That's just.
If that's your agreement, I'm not. Hey, if that's your agreement. That's your agreement.
It's not like a written in stone agreement. It's just kind of like understood.
We all know what that means.
Okay.
We all know what that means.
Look, my wife knows me. When I get hooked on a show, I don't know how it is, but let's say I can binge watch a 22 episode season in less than like 18 hours. She's just like, I'm just like, look, I lock in. Like, I'm going through it.
I'm not that committed.
Yeah, so she'll take one night off and I'm like, oh yeah, I'm like 8 episodes ahead.
God, dog. Do you sleep, my dude? God.
I'm not that committed.
Not really.
No, I'll watch 4, maybe 5 at the max. Afterwards, I'm done for the day.
Yeah, 5. I'm good with about 5. But if you haven't watched it, Dominique. It's a really good show.
I've seen the trailers and some of it's like, I think I might want to start watching that.
Yeah, and especially now, like I'm very glad that season 6 is premiering now, because most of the people that watch it, which would be white women, have forgotten what it depicted, like the very possibility of what it depicted, right? Mm-hmm. And them watching it again really shows what, I don't want to say could happen to America, but it kind of shows what could happen to America.
Right.
And it's a cautionary tale. And it just happens to be a very, very good one. So there's that.
Makes sense. I'm pruning my my Plex connections right now.
For all of the legally purchased things that he has on his service.
Exactly.
Is there anything else? Did we miss anything? JC be killing me, man. He be killing this man. Be allocating all the time. Gosh. Whew. Oh, I'm just trying to keep my man's free. I don't want to wear no t-shirts. Free Dom. It'd be bad.
Freedom.
Whiskey needs them. How's whiskey?
Right.
Real quick. We got 4 minutes. How's whiskey, by the way?
He's good. I bought him a bed.
You bought him a bed.
Yeah. But he is so used to sleeping. Yes, that he's looking at the bed like, what is this soft thing? I'm like, dude, I bought you a bed, please. Let's just work with me here.
Does he shed?
Yes.
Do you have a vacuum?
Yeah.
No. A pet vacuum.
Yes. My robot vacuum cleaner is it's up to par.
Go ahead, Jason. Go ahead.
Two things. As in the ones that dock on their own and stuff.
Correct.
And I noticed that you said robots with an S.
There's so much wrong there. So much wrong.
As in more than one.
Yes. One for upstairs, one for downstairs.
This man here.
And our audience, I want you to say with me on 1, 2, 3. Money.
Money. That man got
No, they are wise
money.
vacuum cleaners. They're when you catch them at the right price, it's $120.
Hey, you don't need to explain nothing to me.
No. Let him finish. You said it again.
It's $120 a piece.
When you catch them at the right price, it's $120 a piece.
Yep.
What type of vacuum is it?
Wise robot vacuum cleaner.
He said when you catch
Wise.
Right?
Yep. Very affordable.
WISE.
Yep.
How's $120 the right price? That's what I'm trying to figure out.
Because everything else that's in that feature set is at least like $340.
Bumbleclad.
First Bumbleclad of the night. It took us 1 hour, 57 minutes, and 30 seconds to get to it.
You right when you catch them in the right sale, because when they're not on sale, $300. A Bumbleclad vacuum, no man.
He said it again. I love it.
Sorry.
I love it.
Exactly.
Okay. On that note, we're going to thank Dominique for helping us to understand that anything that's $120, no matter how much it started at, is a good price. And we're
$600 worth of vacuums.
Yeah, you stupid.
We can't. But yeah, thank you guys for watching. We really appreciate you watching. Make sure to like and subscribe, hit the notification button so you can know when we are podcasting again. Sorry, this was kind of long. We miss each other. It's been like a week and stuff.
Oh, sure.
Thank you to our Carolina Storm audience for watching. We will be back on next week, same bat time, same bat channel. Make sure to leave a comment in the comment section. We will interact with you this week, next week, whenever we see it. Talk trash if you want. Hey, we coming right back at you. I'm Steve, that's Dominique, and Jason's the Trinity Man. Thank you guys for watching. We will see you. What?
He got $600 worth of vacuum.